Supersonic flight, gotta keep it going. Sonic boom, sonic boom, sonic boom. Trouble keeps you running faster. Sonic boom, sonic boom, save the planet from disaster. Sonic boom, sonic boom, spinning through a world in motion. Sonic boom, sonic boom.
All right. Hello. Lily here, and I've got Evan on the line who is not displaying properly because
Oh
I
no.
switched things in Discord. There we go. That's better. Hi, Evan.
Hello. It's me.
I'm going to turn you down just a bit because you are a bit loud. There we go. That's
I'm
better.
I'm very vocal. I have a lot to say about Sonic the Hedgehog, as always.
Very nice. All right. Let me just. Uh,
Special stage 3. I'm
yeah.
making it hard for you to adjust the volume because I'm talking even
You
louder
are
now. I'm
you are talking
sorry.
very loud. Okay.
Okay.
So hi Jojo. So, yeah, tonight I'm gonna be playing Sonic CD, which I think we decided we want to talk about it a little bit first. I am gonna unmute it so you can just listen to the attract mode, and also so I can dial in the volume level. That seems about right. Okay, so Sonic CD. So this came out,
Sonic Chronal Distortion.
yeah. This came out in 1993 for the Sega CD slash Mega CD, depending on your region, and this was actually in development at the same time as Sonic 2. So it's kind of like in some ways, it's like a parallel evolution of Sonic. Like it's like divergent evolution. Like you either went down the Sonic CD like timeline or the Sonic 2 timeline, and like clearly like Sonic 2 was more popular because more people had a Genesis or a Mega Drive than they had a also that and also a Mega CD attachment. So I didn't know a single person with Sega CD as a kid. I did not play this game until this PC version, which is what I'm playing. Came out in I think 2011. So yeah, I'm pretty unfamiliar with this game. I've played through it once, and I've done a little bit of reading about it. And actually, I did while I was doing my research, I found some really interesting stuff from the manual, which is the story, which is what was partially displaying in Evan's slot when I
Yes.
opened up the stream.
I was taking on the form of the story of Sonic CD
Yeah,
because I was
so
so excited by this description.
I'm just going to put this up on stream here, and I was thinking we could read this so we know what we're getting into before we
Please.
start the
Yes,
game.
please regale me with the story of Sonic's Chronal Distortion.
Okay. A world that defies time. Sonic, where are you going now? Sonic the Hedgehog looked over his shoulder at Princess Sally, the young hedgehog, who was racing hot on his heels. To Never Lake, he called back. Why Never Lake? Sonic slowed down a little so he could explain. Ever heard of the Little Planet? Isn't that the tiny world that orbits around Mobius? Princess Sally asked. The one with the special stones that alter time and change everything around them? I heard that the planet's full of places that are completely ignored by the passage of time. Completely normal way to talk to someone. You know, not
Yeah.
like you're
Have you
doing
ever heard of this
expository
thing that I'm
plot.
going to? Yeah, have you ever heard of this thing I'm going to do exposition about at you?
Yeah, on the last month of every year, the little planet appears over Never Lake. It's that time now, and I'm going to check it out. I bet space travel will be exciting. With all those time stones, I bet you'll try to outrun time itself, Princess Sally sighed in adoration. Oh, sorry, I didn't deliver that line properly. Oh, with all those time stones, I bet you'll try to outrun time itself. Sonic didn't reply. He just smiled, eyes gleaming. When they arrived at Never Lake, the little planet was there, as expected, but something was wrong. Where there should have been tall trees and bright flowers, there was nothing but dry sand and jagged rocks. The little planet was tethered to a rock with a huge chain, and its surface was covered with twisted, gleaming metal. What happened? Princess Sally wondered. Before Sonic could reply, something whooshed over them. Princess Sally shrieked as she was snatched up, and she and her captor vanished in a blue streak of light. What the?
May I?
Yes, sorry. Please read this one for me.
Okay, yeah, I want to do just this line. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay.
What the? Princess Sally!
Thank you. It didn't take long for Sonic to realize what had happened. This has to be one of Dr. Robotnik's tricks. Indeed it was. Upon discovering the location of the little planet, the evil Dr. Robotnik and his robot cronies had immediately set about converting it to a giant fortress. When Robotnik saw Sonic approaching, he had dispatched his prize creation, the Metal Sonic, to grab Princess
Metal
Sally.
Sonic.
Yes, to grab Princess Sally and lure his arch enemy into danger. How convenient, Robotnik crowed, bouncing about like a malicious rubber ball, famous thing that Dr. Robotnik is known for constantly doing. This time, my scientific expertise will crush you. Once all the time stones are in my hands, I'll be able to manipulate time and conquer the world. Ho 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 ho! Merry Christmas! Sonic stood on a rock and thought, Robotnik had control of the little planet. He had Princess Sally, and soon he would have the time stones. But not if Sonic got to them first. His adventure on the little planet was going to be more exciting and dangerous than he'd planned. It was time to get a move on.
Oh man, I gotta make sure that the sun doesn't laugh at me.
Evan, would you like to read the? Would you like to read the quote off of the box? There is a lovely piece of text on the Japanese box art. A lot of the classic Sonic games on their Japanese box art have little like paragraphs of like flavor text on them. Okay, you got it?
Sonic races through the green fields. The sun races through a blue sky filled with white clouds. The ways of his heart are much like the sun. Sonic runs and rests. The sun rises and sets. Don't give up on the sun. Don't make the sun laugh at you.
Don't make the sun laugh at you is the most important gamer command of all time.
That is a gamer command!
That is a gamer command.
Fuck yes! Let's go into the queue.
Alright, so you may have noticed that text was talking a lot about Princess Sally, the hedgehog. So this is the game that introduced Amy, and for the original version of the American release, they decided they wanted to tie it into the Sonic Saturday Morning cartoon, so the manual calls her Princess Sally, even though any kid who was a fan of the Saturday Morning cartoon would have known that Princess Sally was not a hedgehog and was not pink. So, you know, great 90s marketing decisions.
Yeah, in the 90s, all executives thought that kids were complete idiots.
Pretty much, yeah. But other than that, I don't think it deviated really all that much from like the original
that is the story.
version. That is basically the story.
The
No Metal Sonic.
Sally. Yeah, you had Rosie the Rascal, not Princess Sally.
Okay, so do you have anything else to say about Sonic CD before we get started?
Fun fact. The fun fact is that Amy Rose actually technically debuted in a manga that came out like shortly after Sonic 1. It was the one where Sonic is actually like a Poindexter hedgehog nerd who is named Dickie the Hedgehog and like powers up into Sonic as like a superhero form. It's like a secret identity. And Amy Rose was his girlfriend hedgehog that he was trying to impress.
I did not know this gaming.
I don't know if like Amy Rose was like a concept they had like been developing for Sonic CD at the time that they worked into this manga and the manga just got out first, or if like Amy like was made for the manga and they used her in Sonic CD. But either way, the manga released first, so that is. I also need to look up really quick. Where is it that they call her Rosie the Rascal? I know that that's from this game.
It's in.
But is that like...
I don't know if it appears in this game anywhere, but I know that it calls her that in Sonic the Fighters.
Okay, so
I think because everyone has like a subtitle on the character select screen for Sonic the Fighters.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So in the Japanese release of Sonic CD, she was primarily called Rosie the Rascal, but it is still stated in like all the text that that's just a nickname. That's just her like Tails, like how like, and her real name is Amy Rose, like how Miles Tails Prower. So he would call her Rosie the Rascal Rose.
That's a mouthful.
Yes. But yeah, both names happened at once, and then eventually they just dropped calling her Rosie the Rascal.
Yeah, she appear in any... She didn't appear in any mainline things between this and Sonic Adventure, but she did appear in stuff like Sonic Drift and...
Yeah, Sonic Drift 2.
Or, yeah, Sonic...
Specifically.
I forget if she was in the first one or not. I have actually never played those games. Those are on the list for this very project. So
she was in Sonic Drift 1. I got confused. There were only 4 characters, and then Sonic Drift 2 had 6. I figured that the 2 characters they would have added were Amy and Fang the Weasel, Fang the Knack the Sniper. But no, the 2 they added were Knuckles and Knack.
Aha.
Knack Fang.
Okay, so
Anyway.
You want to get started?
I've spit enough facts. Yes.
All right. So, oh, thank you. I worked very hard on this new stream layout over the last week. Actually, just real quick, I want to show this off just in case we don't get any new notifications on this stream. Check out this really cool set of stream notifications I set up.
Thanks to Lili for the follow.
Thanks for following yourself.
Thanks to me. So for all the different things that can happen, there's like a different item box that shows up, which is fun. Well, some of them share item boxes, but there are like 4 variants. Okay, so that's my cool new layout. Thank you for noticing.
I've had really spotty sleep lately, and like I would keep getting like woken up after like finally getting to sleep by you coming and saying, "Look at this cool shit I just did to my layout. Look, I added a new square. I added now there's even more shapes flying by in the background."
If you pay attention in the background, you might see a couple things go by that say the most famous hedgehog in the world, which appeared on the box art. Oh, here comes one right now. Those appeared on the box art of Sonic 1 and Sonic 3, which I thought were just really charming, and I had to include them as one of the like particles that can float out in this.
It's funny to say that because like was there any competition for the title of?
I don't think so, because that was on the box for Sonic 1. And
yeah,
I think that was like I think it was on the box from the very first printing. I don't think they changed the box at any point.
The second and the third most famous hedgehogs are like definitely Shadow and Amy Rose.
I wonder who held the title in 1990. Hedgehogs. Is there like a hedgehog in Paddington Bear or something? Was Sonic throwing shade at Paddington Bear?
Maybe like I bet there was like a Wallace and Gromit hedgehog character who like ate a biscuit or something funny.
Probably. It seems like a very British thing to have a hedgehog character for some reason.
Yes.
All right, so let's actually get started with the game here. We've talked about it enough.
Do you think that, like, with how everybody's gone apeshit for Animal Crossing New Horizons, like, maybe Sable and Mabel have, like, finally usurped Sonic? Or, like, maybe at least, like, supplanted Shadow the Hedgehog for, like, the second place role?
That is entirely possible. They're definitely in the top 5 now, though.
We need to ask God for the hedgehog popularity statistics. You know he's got them.
Yeah. Okay. So this starts out with a cutscene. You know, using the full FMV powers of the Sega CD. So let's sit back and enjoy. Oh, also on the PC version, after you clear the game, you can play as Tails. But I apparently lost my old save file from when I cleared it previously. So maybe some other time as like a bonus thing.
Yeah, Tails is like. I think that's what everybody does the speedrun as, because flying makes all the exploration for this game's really good and easy, but we'll get into that when we're actually playing.
Alright, let's watch this opening cutscene, which is really super cool.
Mm-hmm. Ten, you can go again. 9, you can fall behind. This is Master Control.
I love this Sonic design in this animation.
Yeah, I love his mitten hands.
I love him like scrambling his feet to stay on top of the water while he's jumping across it.
Mm-hmm. That's just canon. Have you ever seen any of the the art from like the studio at the time where they like had like a do not enter sign or like a waiting room sign from when they were animating this that was like Sonic sitting back and like smoking a cigarette?
No, I don't think I have.
Hang on, I gotta find that.
So here, Sonic's arrived at the lake, and the little planet is all metallic and chained down, so... Here he goes.
Okay, I'm gonna send this to you real quick in case you want to put it on stream in some form, if you can. This is from the Sonic CD staff room.
Alright. I am gonna pause the game here while I do that, because if you leave Sonic idle for 3 minutes in this game, he jumps off the screen and you get a game over.
He yells... What does he say again?
He goes, "I'm out of here." I think.
Right.
Something like that.
I'm out of here.
Just saving this off real quick.
So, I know that like there was some sort of the reason that there's no lyrics in this re-release is because of some sort of issue with.
Okay, here. Here he is.
Yes.
Sonic staff room, welcome. It's
just good art is the thing.
He looks
Sonic
so haggard. Which
Yeah.
I imagine people working on Sonic in the early 90s probably felt this way, because they put these things out at a completely unreal pace back then.
Yeah, they sure did. Like, this was 93, same year as Sonic Spinball, and then 94 was Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. So, like, they were, like, just pumping these out nonstop for 4 years consecutively.
Yeah. It's really interesting that Sonic 2 beat this one out by, like, so much, but I guess... I think they started as the same project, or that's kind of, like... I don't know, like the rumor or like the fan theory.
Yeah, that's something I gotta look into to explain when we do Sonic 2. It's confirmed that there is some like idea overlap, but like even though we have a lot of info, I think we have like the complete story of like how Sonic 2 and Sonic CD like branched off from each other and from Sonic 1 at this point, but it's just like a lot of info and it's all very messy. It's a really interesting story that I know, but I know it in like these like fragmented bits, so I wouldn't want to like get too deep into that because I would probably like misrepresent the facts a little bit.
Mm. Okay, let's actually play the game. So,
yes.
It plays a lot like Sonic 1, except you have 2 new abilities. You have the Spin Dash, which was also in Sonic 2, and you also have the, I'm blanking on the name, the...
Super Peel Out.
Yeah, Super Peel Out, which is on, you hold up instead of down, and then you, whoops, and you go, I think it goes faster than a Spin Dash, but it leaves you in standing, mode instead of spinning, which I guess sometimes would have its uses. It's always kind of seemed a little redundant to me, like with the spin dash.
What I think it is that like it just goes fully charged instantly instead of having to like rev it up with multiple button presses or something like that. Also worth considering is like you're playing the 2011 re-release, which brought the spin dash more in line with like its classic function.
Oh, did it behave differently in the original release? I did some research to make sure it was in the original release, but I didn't see anything saying it was changed for this one.
It was very... I think there is an option to enable like the classic spin dash function of the original game, but God, it worked really weird. Like it was not good. It like I know it like moved the camera to like focus on the spin dash, because how did it work again? Let me see if I can get an explanation. I can picture in my head how it works, but I can't like explain it.
I considered actually doing the like emulating the Sega CD version instead of playing this one, since that was, you know, the true 1993 original, but this seemed close enough. Okay, I should actually explain what I'm doing. So, oh, just barely mistimed that. So the gimmick of this one is there's time travel. So when you hit those, you saw me hit that signpost for the past, and I got enough speed and I back to the future into this past version of the zone. And in the past, somewhere in the stage, that will be hidden. That's the only one I actually remember where it is, so it'll be fun trying to find those in any other act. So if you break that, then the future it becomes the future becomes the good future instead of the bad future. So Sonic made a good future in Zone 1. Also, it's
Teleportation, yeah, shubbity pop pop.
what are normally called zones are called rounds, and what's normally called acts are called zones for some reason in this one. Palm Tree Panic, Zone 2. So kind of the goal is to go into the past of every stage and find
Play the shitty game that sucks ass.
Yeah, exactly. Go into the past, find the robot generator thing, and destroy that so you make a good future. And the I think does the third act always happen in the future?
Yes.
And so if you made a good future, then it's it actually changes the layout of the zone, the like the number and like types of enemies. Like it's pretty substantial, like the changes that the good versus bad future makes. Whoops, I don't want to go to the future. There it is.
Yeah,
okay.
A good future always has no enemies.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because there's no robots.
Oh yeah, there are also those hologram generators that I don't think actually do anything like substantial when you break them.
Yeah, you don't need to do that for to get the good ending. They just make it so animals will not be scared away by the Metal Sonic hologram, and then they'll be in the good futures. The other thing is the special stages are like an alternate win condition if you don't feel like getting all of the robot machines in the past. Like getting all of the time stones will make the futures be good.
Oh yeah, because then Robotnik can't mess with the past anymore. Is like the. Oh, I love the invincibility jingle in this one.
Yeah.
I just love the like main theme motif, the like Toot Toot Sonic Warrior bit.
Good.
Oh, work that sucker to death.
Welcome to the robot named after God, what is it? It's HVC something or other, and HVC is like the product code for Nintendo for like various Nintendo peripherals. So the joke is that since this guy is so easy to beat, it's just like Nintendo.
Wow.
Like it's HVC. So like Rob the Robot, for example, is HVCO12, and this robot is called.
Wow. Amazing.
What is this boss called? Egg HVC01 is what this is. So, here comes a bop. 3, 2.
Oh, well, here's Amy.
It.
Hi, Amy.
Wowie.
And
I
in
love
just
her
a second,
animation.
bye, Amy.
Oh, you're not gonna let her hug you?
Oh, I didn't realize that she would if I like stood next to her.
Yeah.
Whoops. Alright, so I had replayed the first zone, like just doing like tech testing for the stream. Anything beyond that I have not played since the one time I played this game, like sometime in the last 10 years. So I'm basically going into the rest of this blind. I don't even know where like I can find a past thing or where the thing will be in the past or anything.
I vaguely remember this being a tough one to...
Wait, was that?
Fine.
Okay, there's past. Whoop. Oh, good old Sonic gadgets.
So I don't remember which of the acts is the one that has 2 exits, like Spring Yard.
Nope.
Spring Yard
I
Act
messed
2,
that up.
but there is an achievement for getting the alternate one in.
Do I? Oh no! I have
release.
lost my past ability now.
Yep. That's how
And-
Mafia works.
Yep, and I can't reactivate. Oh, I can't reactivate the thing either. So the bonus stages in this are the same as in Sonic 1, where you have to get to the end of the stage with 50 rings, which I have not been doing so far. And I'm probably not going to do for this one since I just lost all of my rings. Oh, and there goes my pass charge again. Yeah, we're not we're not making good future on this one.
Rip.
Sorry, this is no longer a best ending run.
Oh man.
I feel like to do a best ending run, you really have to like know the route ahead of time. Like it's really hard to just improvise and stumble into that. Well, I guess I can still, if I manage to get all the time stones, get like the best ending. I think you get an extra cutscene or something, like something extra if you get all the good features and all the time stones or something.
I think they also only added that in this re-release, though. Like that's something they did for the 2011 remake. Should we talk about the soundtrack?
Yes.
We haven't mentioned that. So, when they released this game in America, Sega decided that nobody would like any of this music, and they got was it Richard Jacques?
Oh no,
let me
my
just make sure
past.
I am.
I'm so bad at actually doing the.
No, not him. Sorry, Richard Jacques did the Sonic 3D Blast Saturn and Sonic R soundtracks.
I always remember him as doing Sonic R because Sonic R just like
Yes.
whips ass.
Yes. Spencer Nielsen, I believe, is who did the American soundtrack, which is not what we are hearing. They thought that nobody would like this, like, very... What is this genre of music called again? This is, like, the very 90s ass music.
Oh, I am blanking on the word for it too. It owns though is the thing.
Yes, it owns is the thing. And they got this like more like kind of like fucking. I guess like I want to say Eurobeat, but I don't know if that's what the actual
No, it's not.
term for it is.
No.
No. What is the?
I actually have a hard
Well,
time
the
remembering what
point
the
is-
American soundtrack even sounds like because the Japanese one is the only one that's real to me.
Yeah, I played with the American soundtrack first, and I think that the Japanese soundtrack is better, but there are a few bangers on the Japanese.
There are like a
soundtrack-
few
on
good
the-
ones on the American soundtrack,
Yeah,
but like
I really like I like Stardust Speedway in both. Stardust Speedway is godlike in both versions of the soundtrack.
how can you live without Work That Sucker to Death?
Yeah. They also made Eggman seem like they gave him really evil, fucked up and evil music in the American version. He becomes extremely dark Eggman tribute.
He's the Joker, baby.
Yeah, he's very Joker-fied in the American version. I think that's like
What's
my
been
least
down
favorite
here,
part of
actually?
the American soundtrack. All the American soundtrack. A fun fact is about the American soundtrack is I think that they gave the composer for the American soundtrack just like the blurb that they wrote for this instruction manual, the exact one you showed. And so the reason there are a bunch of there's a lot of like female backing vocals in the American Sonic CD soundtrack is because that's supposed to be Princess Sally
Oh,
crying
God.
out for help.
That's incredible. This is such a weird obstacle.
This is graphics, baby. Look at this. It's blast processing. CD does what DV don't.
Oh, I did actually make it here. There we go.
Oh.
Alright, I also have very little experience with these bonus stages, so we'll see how this
these
goes.
bonus stages.
I feel like Sonic Mania's bonus stages kind of took this idea and made them good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the goal of this is to destroy all the UFOs, which I just totally beefed it because of... Oh yeah, and sometimes the things on the floor are bad, which is hard to tell.
If you step in water, you lose time, which I guess I just realized is probably supposed to be indicated by the intro, which is why he's having... Like, you're looking at him, like, skip around the water in the intro, and you're like, oh, I'm supposed to take that as a hint for the special stage. Just don't step in the water. Mind equals blown, I just realized.
Oh, man.
Why does he... Why does... It's like shallow water, but Sonic hates being in it so much that he's just like, I gotta get out of this fucking dimension.
Yeah.
Step.
Alright, well there's the first time stone. That was actually less bad than I was expecting it to be. I assume they get harder than that.
Yes.
I think the time I cleared this, I just kind of did it like a casual run like this, and I didn't go back and like try and get all the time stones.
Okay, here is the actual blurb about the Sonic CD localization that I'm going to...
Oh, sorry, real quick. So here, we made a bad future in this zone because I failed to properly go to the past and play the shitty games that suck ass in the
This boss,
first two
I remember
acts.
being, like, not hard, but kind of annoying.
Sonic Spinball
okay.
0.5.
God, this song rules, though.
I love that Work That Sucker to Death sample.
I love the idea of Eggman doing, like, evil rapping. I really love, generally just, like, the way they, like, portray Eggman in this game, I think really nails it. Like, he is very, very goofy in this game and has some of, like, the dumbest boss contraptions he has in the entire series in this one.
I can't get
but,
between
like,
these.
There's like very real repercussions to Eggman's whole deal of just like fucking up the environment, and like you get to like see how like fucked up and evil it would be. Look what he's done to beautiful Collision Chaos.
Yeah. Oop. The other problem with this is that the flippers are very finicky about when they actually like respond to. Like, you have to be really close to them for the flippers to work. Like, there, I was very lucky that one did anything. There we go.
I love how easily he goes down once you just get up there, though.
Yeah, he takes a lot fewer hits in most of the boss fights in this one, I think. Like, I mean, and some of them are things like that, where it's like, you're not even, like, you know, really fighting him so much as you're just like trying to overcome his weird contraption.
Yes. I think Title Tempest is one of my favorites off the US soundtrack, actually. I think I like that better than this. So here's the blurb I wanted to read about the...
oh yeah, sorry, I interrupted you forever ago about that.
No. It's totally fine. I picked a bad time. Okay. Sonic CD was released in Japan in September 23, 1993, and Europe in October 1993. Sega of America delayed the game for 2 months to have a new soundtrack rating produced by Spencer Nilsson and David Young of STI, Sega Technical Institute, and Mark Crew. According to Nilsson, Sega believed that it needed a more rich and complex soundtrack. The tracks in the past stages could not be replaced as they were sequenced PCM audio tracks rather than mixed mode CD audio. In simple terms, like the past stages were done in engine, like how you would do music on like the Genesis or like the NES or any like older thing like that. Whereas like the non-past music is like actual like music files, not generated by the game.
Right.
I remember that being really weird to me as a kid because it was very confusing to me playing through the game, and like the songs didn't sound anything like
Oh
anything
no!
else.
No! I didn't realize that you got locked on your scroll direction. Not only
Mario ones.
not only did I miss the capsule in the past, but I also missed getting a bonus stage by 2 rings. So great.
Rings. You Can Do Anything was replaced with Sonic Boom, composed by Nilsson and performed by the female vocal group Pastiche. The game was released in North America in 1993. This is no longer about the... Oh, this was the only Sonic game on the Sonic Sega CD. An enhanced version of the original Sonic the Hedgehog and a Sonic-themed localization of Pop Full Mail, Sister Sonic, were canceled. Those were going to be the other Sonic games on the Sega CD. I do have to say to you, like, as much as I love the animation, the animated sequences in Sonic CD, I do wish that like any of these re-releases had like the compressed Sega CD versions of those animations in addition to like the fully available ones.
There's something special about that like dithered compression.
Yeah, it looked like, honestly, like those cutscenes were made with the intention of having them like get dithered down, and I feel like they do look really good, honestly. I really love that like chunky, like almost MS Paint looking look to the cutscenes when they're compressed. Man, I want to talk about Pop Full Mail Sister Sonic. You know that's like one of my favorite weird Sonic facts. We've talked about Sister Sonic.
Oh, whoa! I didn't
right?
realize that the crushing detection was so. I didn't think I was anywhere close to getting crushed there. Like the top pixel of his head touched like a pixel of the slope, I guess.
He's allergic to slopes. He will die to a slope.
Alright, gotta be way more careful this time over there.
Sister Sonic. This was one of the other attempted ideas at a Sega CD Sonic game. There was a JRPG for the Sega CD called Pop Full Mail. It was... Oh, no, I'm sorry. Side-scrolling platform game.
Oh, no. I fell off of the thing.
Rip to a real one.
Is there anything I can do now? Is there like air? Well, there's that, but there's no air down here, and these buttons don't seem to... Oh, there we go. I was like, the buttons seem like they should... Wait, there's a spring there. What is that? Oh, no, that's like if you fall down this way.
Oh, that's a good emote. I don't know shit about Pop Full Mail, but it was a very like Slayer's ass like aesthetic and main character.
You know I love Slayers.
Yeah, Pop Full Mail is basically just Sega's version of Slayers. That's oversimplifying it, but like I think that should at least put like a good image in your mind. It's a nice little bounty hunter girl in like a leotard, very pervert game. She has a sword.
Oh damn it! I missed by 2 rings again, and I had my pass charge, but I was like trying to keep going so I could go to the past, and then I just hit the end of the stage.
Teleportation, yeah. Shubbity bop bop. They wanted to change Pop Full Mail to be in localization to be a game about Sonic the Hedgehog's sister,
who was apparently named Sister Sonic.
Yeah, I guess she was a nun. Yeah, it was apparently. Oh, I missed this detail. It's Sonic's long lost sister. I didn't know that was like a confirmed aspect. Is that like?
Oh, they made a vow their mother would be found.
Sister Sonic was like not known to Sonic. when this came out in like a Sega magazine where they were like, "Good news, everybody! We're getting Popful mail, and it's going to be about Sonic the Hedgehog's sister instead now." A bunch of fans got pissed and like sent in like angry letters to Sega and like started like a fan campaign to get them to release Popful mail.
This is a really
this
weird
was,
boss fight that I don't remember at all.
You have to woke up all the bubbles and then you can hit him. Oh, but don't woke up all of them too quickly because then
Yeah,
because
then yep. Oh, can I? Okay, thank God.
You have to work this sucker to death by woke upping him. So everybody got pissed about Popful Mail being made into Sister Sonic, and then they just released regular Popful Mail.
There we go.
Electronic Gaming Monthly cited the incident as an example of the power of consumers to influence video game companies.
Oh boy.
Boy. Ooh boy, if only you knew, Electronic Gaming Monthly.
Alright, I'm actually going to pause real quick because it looks like something is making me drop frames. I'm just going to look into that real quick. So I'm just going to put on the tunes and pop you over to the BRB screen, and I'll be right back.
Yahaha!
It's back on. Alright, I think I solved the problem, sort of, kind of, for now. I'll fix it better for next time. And just unmute Sonic CD here. And also turn off the other music. There we go.
Yes. You don't believe in myself anymore.
Oh. Okay, let's continue.
Alright. So one of the other facts that I had mentioned earlier was one of the other planned Sega CD games to involve Sonic was a better version of Sonic 1, and I have always kind of privately speculated that was probably just became Sonic CD, because if you notice, most of the levels in Sonic CD are just very straight recreations or reimaginations of the levels from Sonic 1. Palm Tree Panic is just Green Hill, Collision Chaos, Spring Yard, Tidal Tempest, Labyrinth. Stardust is Starlight, and then Metallic Madness is just Scrap Rain. The two exceptions are Quartz Quadrant, which doesn't really correspond to anything. Maybe kind of loosely related to Marble Zone because they're caves, but probably not. I love Quartz Quadrant. I think this is a really fun Sonic level, and I really like how they in Sonic Mania they combined this with Lava Reef and integrated those funny conveyor belts.
Yeah, I recently actually learned about the supposed Sega CD version of Sonic 1 while I was researching about this, and I also was like, I'm not sure that was ever really real, because I looked at there was the thing. All the stuff cited about it is basically just at a trade show on some footage reel, there were the words Sonic the Hedgehog and 3 seconds of B-roll of Sonic 1. I couldn't find anything aside from that indicating as a source for the claims that there had been a planned version. So that just read to me as there will be a Sonic game on Sega CD.
Yeah, I also do want to say that there was similar talk of a Sega CD version of Sonic 2, but I don't know how much of that is real scuttlebutt or me conflating that that famous funny Doc Future video series with actual facts. It is brought up in chat, the subject of R2 though. Should we talk about Sonic CD R2?
I actually am not sure I'm familiar with that.
So, in the PC version, there are empty files for a R2 level, which is it basically skipped. R1 is Palm Tree Panic. R3 is I believe that it goes R1 round 1 is Palm Tree Panic, and R3 is Collision Chaos, and then there's just a missing R2.
Alright, I was trying to find more rings so I could get a bonus stage, but it seems I slurped them all.
Hey, you made a good future. Your wife's became P, so that's good future. So the common scuttlebutt was, because this was developed so closely to Sonic 2, and in the, actually let me circle back, in the sound test for Sonic CD, you see a map of the entire little planet, which is the setting of Sonic CD. And there is a, cactus on the map that, people believed didn't, correspond to any, actual level in the game. So people took that in conjunction with Dust Hill from Sonic 2's promotional artwork, and assumed that they were going to move Dust Hill onto Sonic CD, but then they didn't. There is also like a ruins level shown, like a ruins area shown in like the ending cutscene. You know, like when it's showing like Sonic going through like all the worlds, all the zones at the end.
Oh, damn it! I hit a future.
Animation.
I had a future post
Oh,
right
no!
as I got speed.
Yeah, but yeah, basically there's like also like a zone shown in the ending cutscene that doesn't correspond to anything that was commonly believed to be whatever R2 is, but it doesn't look much like a desert. Also, I think, I believe if you look in the background of Wacky Workbench, the next stage, there are cacti in the background of that. So that's probably what that is on the map. It was eventually confirmed in a very roundabout way that Dust Hill was like considered. I believe it, like when they finally like revealed some of the details about Sonic 2 very recently. At like some sort of, was it like a GDC talk or something where they showed all those diagrams of like unused Sonic 2 world maps that like.
Oh, I forget where that actually was shown. Was
Yeah,
it might have just
I
been
forget.
on like the artist's Twitter or something.
No, I think he posted those on his Twitter, but like I want to say it was like in correspondence with some sort of like talk he gave. I gotta look all of this up for like the Sonic 2 stream so I can get the story straight on this. But I think basically we did
Good night,
eventually
Max.
figure
Sorry
out.
to interrupt you, Evan.
Oh,
But
no, it's okay. Good night, Max. I think we did eventually figure out that Dust Hill was supposed to was like intended in some way to like bring that over to Sonic CD, but like it was in a much more roundabout way than we had assumed for many years. Anyway, in this remake that we are playing, Christian Whitehead, the developer, wanted to add a few extra levels. One of them was going to be Desert Dazzle, which is basically a predecessor to Mirage Saloon, and was like basically just the Sonic CD version of the Dust Hill concept art that we have all seen. Sega didn't really want them like changing the structure of Sonic CD too much, so that was just like left in as like a little bonus. I think you can still like see like a picture of Desert Dazzle in like the sound test if you enter in like a funny cheat code.
Ooh, that was spicy. I love that you're like grinding his platform out from underneath him with the conveyor belt for this boss fight.
Gotta give him the spicy foot.
Alright, well this is a scary one. Gotta make it through one more without... Okay. Alright, is this gonna get him?
He's gotta go down.
Okay.
Gotta give him the spicy foot.
Gave him the
I
old
love his
spicy
little,
foot.
like, I love his little like hot foot panic animation when he's
Yeah, it's
gonna
good.
blow up. I didn't. So, as a smaller teen, Evan, I thought that the lyrics to the level complete music were "It's the future, wow," not teleportation, yeah. That makes more sense. You don't really teleport in this game. You go to the future. And you go to the past.
True.
To whack the shitty workbench that sucks ass.
I feel like this kind of stage has always sort of been my least favorite in Sonic games. Like the like mechanical zones.
This is a really weird one too. Oh, you know, before I ever actually played Sonic CD, I had a fucking Mugen stage of Wacky Workbench
Wow.
on my personal childhood Mugen build, and I think that's how I was actually familiar with Wacky Workbench first. I really like the music in Wacky Workbench, but it's not good. I also think Wacky Workbench is one of the ones where you like have to like get really deep into the stage with a past to find a past sign, and then like backtrack to the beginning to find the like robot machine. I'm pretty sure I remember this being like the worst one to do this.
I would not be surprised because I've got a past thing, but there hasn't been anywhere where I can actually get speed.
Yeah. I think you have to like go all the way to like some place where there's like 2 springs.
Well, I can't go that way anymore.
Yeah, there's like a place I think where there's like 2 springs that can bounce you back and forth to send you to the.
Oh, I thought changing directions was what like made you lose your charge.
Losing momentum, I think, is specifically what it is. Like if you like slow down once you like have the sparks and like go in the other direction, then that's what loses it on you. But since you're not losing any speed when you're like bouncing back and forth on some springs, I don't think that affects it. Find you a man who loves you like the man who says pass when Sonic passes by a pass sign board.
Well, I lost my pass charge.
Oh no.
Oh well. I've already accepted in my heart that this isn't going to be a good ending run.
That's fine. I forget, I think Wacky Workbench is the one that has like a fucked up secret statue of an angel.
Creepy.
Somewhere. Wacky Whackbench is not what this stage is called. Wacky Work Whack. What the fuck is up with my brain? I'm sleepy. Angel statue, yes. And there is an achievement for finding the angel statue in this one, in this re-release. So if you, it only shows up in the good future in Act. It's only in Act 1, Zone 1, excuse me. You have to go like all the way back to the beginning to see the funny angel, and if you go there, the angel statue gives you a bajillion rings, and actually it's infinite rings. So there's like an actual incentive to, excuse me, to like get a good future in Wacky Workbench aside from like the good ending, and like to go to the future. There's not really any reason to ever go to.
Yeah, there's never like any reason to go to the future.
Wacky Workbench 1, there is a reason. You want to get those infinite rings. But if you go to that statue in the bad future, it's the Eggman statue. You can blow up the Eggman statue, but it triggers a trap that will make the room rain with bombs.
Oh man. It's a bunch of tricks that make you fall into a trap.
That's true, it's a lot of trick stuff. According to Masato Nishimura, the Wacky Workbench is the oh, hang on. I got tripped up a little bit there. Because the Sonic Wikia is referring to this place as the Wacky Workbench. According to Masato Nishimura, the Wacky Workbench's development name was Crazy Toy Box.
That's good.
I would love to go to Crazy Toy Box, though. The fucking past music in Wacky Workbench is what a mental breakdown sounds like. This is like a theme of me trying to focus on my college homework while I'm extremely depressed. In like 2014. This is the music that plays when you become the Joker.
It does kind of just honk at you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's very honk. I do think this song rules, but because I think it's going for what I'm saying it is.
It is kind of wacky.
But yeah, when you look in the past, there's the background has like a mountain range and like some deserty looking stuff. So I think that this was supposed to be the funny cactus that everybody thought was Dust Hill.
Mm. Man, they do love those silly floors in this level, huh?
It's very funny that like Chemical Plant 2 in Mania is like the good version of this.
Mm-hmm. I do actually really like Chemical Plant 2 in Mania quite a bit.
Yeah, that's like a really good zone. Very good like realization of a bad idea. This Bad Future music slaps. This slaps ass.
I love that sample there. That sample.
Yeah.
It's like a dark orchestra hit. Alright, I don't remember this boss fight either.
Oh, right, this is like, it's reverse spring yard where he's like drilling into the ceiling instead of the ground, and you have to like not get got.
Okay, I see. And then you have to ride them up.
I don't think you...
Yeah, this seems like a just survive boss fight. So do those little pieces hurt me?
Tetris. I don't think they do.
Okay, no, the little pieces don't hurt. Oh, but now there are spikes falling.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is some Mystic Cave shit.
Oh, interesting. You get, like, locked onto your little, like, column after you hit him. So you can't, like, fall to your death after you've won. How is he so fast? How is he always so fast with his little arms out wiggle run?
It's fight or flight response.
The adrenaline.
When you see what Sonic the Hedgehog does to your shit, and he's got you like dead to rights.
Oh, here we are.
You don't think, you just run.
Whoop.
Turn it up, get down.
Alright, Future's the version of this that like slaps though, isn't it?
Cut it off right before the... There we go!
Yeah, this is the like good version of this song to me, even though it's the bad Future version.
I love that this has just become like Metal Sonic's theme song.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact, I think they changed. Let me look this up real quick to like get the exact fact of it. But I believe in this remake they changed it so that keeping with the fact that this is just Metal Sonic's theme song now, if you get a good Future, when you go to Act 3, it'll still be a good Future, but like when the actual boss fight with Metal Sonic starts up, the bad Future version kicks in instead of it like staying as the actual boss music.
Alright, well I made it back to the present, but who knows if I can make it to the past to get a good Future. Oh, the thing reactivates, okay. Alright, another chance to find the capsule. Like lethargic version of the...
I'm sleepy. I remember this being like one of the easier ones to like get the good Future in. Like probably second easiest to like Palm Tree Panic even. I know in Act 2, it's like just at the start, I believe. So all you have to do is like get a past sign and then just fucking go for it, I believe.
Whoop, well, the goal is right there, so not that way.
Oh man, this slaps though. That like faux trumpet sample.
Yeah, every version of this song is good.
This is like probably like
This
one
is
of
the
like,
ultimate
best-
Sonic CD's song to me.
Yeah, this is like the ultimate Sonic CD song. This is probably like one of the best. I love this song, this zone, like thematically. It's like it like looks cool. It's got a cool theme song. Cool gimmicks. It has Metal Sonic. He lives here. I think this is probably like the second like most iconic like Sonic zone behind Green Hill, honestly.
Maybe if I completely backtrack. Oh, hey, I actually did find it. Oh, and then I got stuck up here? Fine.
Oh,
Okay, there we go.
I might have been thinking of this one when I said there was one like right at the start, but either way, it doesn't really matter that much.
Well, hey, at least I made one more good future.
Yeah.
I might someday maybe do like another, like maybe practice this on my own a little bit and do another stream of this to show off the like best ending. Maybe.
Maybe the way to do that would be to like get Tails.
Yeah.
You know, when you beat this game and then do it with Tails on like a second stream.
Yeah.
It's so easy for it to be a good future if you get Tails on the job. There's a guy who knows what he's doing. I love that like shitty guitar, like sample. Oh god, this slaps. I'm sorry. I'm like genuinely feeling myself.
No, me too. Me too. I love.
I love in Sonic Mania when this stage has like the big signboards in the background that that just say Stardust Speedway. It just makes the whole thing look poppin'.
Oh, Tails doesn't get the FMVs. That's true.
Man, they should have done special Tails FMVs.
I would have been okay with just seeing the Sonic once again. Like Sonic comes and tries to take all the credit.
That's basically canon. Fast. All right. Yeah, all right. Now I'm seeing why I remember this one being so easy to get a good future in, because you're just here.
Oh wow, yeah, it's just right there.
Yep. All right, you made another good future.
In the one stage where I know I love the Bad Future song.
Well, you're gonna hear the Bad Future song either way, like I said.
True.
And now we get to hear all four of them, actually.
Whoop. Oh, damn it. Nope. These are not very, like, intuitive. It is hard to tell what the effect those are gonna have when you hit them.
Yeah, I feel like this is the game trying to tell you, oh, you should go back to the future so you can get back through this funny wall instead of trying to navigate it. As if that's like anything like intuitive.
Oh, does the future not have the funny walls?
Yeah, the future is like generally like easier. Like all the time eras have like different layouts. Oh god, it's also like really wild to see to like actually see this stage in Sonic CD again, because I'm just noticing like how much of this they actually like took inspiration from and like drew on for the like layout in Sonic Mania. Like this is a lot of this is just in Act 2 of Stardust Speedway in that game. Like obviously, but like
yeah, like these funny tunnels are like,
yeah, this is like, and as somebody who has sped ran Sonic Mania, I can tell you straight up, like, this is the exact funny tunnels. I think you are just going backwards, though.
Yeah. Well, but yeah. Nope, not this way. There we go. Whoop. Funny spring.
Yay!
Alright, time to go see Metal Sonic.
I am still very, very 12 years old for this boss fight. Good Future also slaps. I love Metal Sonic. He's so cool. I love this like weird spite robot. He just hates you so much.
Well, his weird dad made him as like a fucked up cyber copy of another person that he hates. So like
He wants to be the most famous hedgehog in the world.
that's true.
And you're not letting him. I love when he does his neutral air.
God. Side B, there it goes.
Yeah, that's a side B.
Actually, wait, people did make him for Project M, didn't they? Did they actually, like...
Yeah, I know he has... I'm pretty sure he has that as his side B, and, like, the funny diamond from Sonic Adventure 2 as his neutral B, which is, like, I think it's like a reflector, but he can move during it very slowly, which is kind of cool. I love his shitty Sonic Adventure 2 diamond.
Whoa,
Hey!
whoops, I got tricked.
You threw to show the people what it looks like if Metal Sonic wins.
This is the future that Metal Sonic wants.
This is how Metal Sonic can still win. I love him just doing like the Sonic finger wag but evil.
Mm-hmm.
Such a big fuck you. Fuck your tube, Sonic the Hedgehog. Piece of shit. It is a very easy boss fight, but I am just very 12 years old for
Oops.
it. Oh.
You say, like, as I'm dying.
Well, part of why I'm 12 years old for it is, like, the factor of, like, Eggman chasing after you. Like, it's, like, so unnecessarily over the top. Like, he doesn't need that big laser. This is deadly enough. He just wants you dead this time. He's gonna work together with his son, and it's gonna be awesome. I only just saw that.
Oh yeah, you're on stream delay.
I hear it, but I see it. On
Yeah.
delay. I'm going insane because I just played Mania a little bit today to like practice because I want to submit another speedrun, and like I keep seeing you jump and I'm just going like, why isn't she drop dashing?
I also, like, am instinctively holding A to drop dash in the air sometimes.
Okay, because it does look like you're playing that way too. I'm glad it's not just me.
Like, my brain is like, okay, I have a spin dash, but I don't have air shield, so clearly I should have drop dash. Like, that's the way my brain is calculating
you
it.
have the super peel out, that famous move you keep using.
Oh, damn it. Whoa, okay.
Oh, funny upper path.
Landed on him right as that attack ended.
Drop dash rules.
Drop
You
dash
should
is
try
really
it
good
sometime. I recommend trying a drop dash.
in real life.
Yeah. You just take a spin dash,
No,
but
no,
you do it while
jeez.
falling.
This is actually pretty punishing if you mess up.
I
It feels like robotic rubber bands.
That makes sense. I remember, like, the last time I played this, like, breezing through it. and clearly my memory was a little off. I think I would. I say this because I think like I would also be eating shit if I was doing this, not trying to like posture as a god gamer here. Yeah, I had a conversation like just yesterday with friend of the show Washi, who is also starting up Sonic Mania again, and she also like never knew how to do a drop dash, which is kind of surprising.
Oh, damn. I think I died at that same place the time before.
Yeah. I only got hang on, I think there are like
There's like a 1-up. Oh wait, I can probably just
Oh,
ramp
yeah.
up this and get the 1-up up there, which I haven't been
Yep.
doing.
yeah, that's what I was going to say, so that way you don't
Yeah.
game over here and have to like get all the good boosters again, the good boy machines that make you good.
Yeah, I probably should have started doing that once I realized I was gonna take a bunch of tries to do this.
It's chill.
But yeah, there are like those two places in a row where it's very easy to get caught up on little ramps. And he just like instantly catches up with you if you mess up both of them.
Yeah, I know. I think that the first part of the boss fight with Metal Sonic and Mania is like very close to this like layout, but they notably get rid of like the pit areas that you get stuck
That's
in here.
3 times in a row dying there. Okay, at least the 1-up like is always there, so.
Teutonic Warrior. Teutonic Warrior. That's the theme of going fast.
Now this is pod racing.
Now this is pod racing. This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them. Sonics.
No, I messed up my...
Oh no, back to the lab again.
Alright, and then there's another one right here. I remembered it was coming this time. Okay, at least I made it past that part again.
Nice, 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 nice.
What am I actually supposed to do there? Because, like, I can't... Like, that door that he goes through, I pushed right. He was not going through that door. Oh, you have to get through it before he does? Okay.
Yeah.
I've been letting him stay, like, right in front of me because that way he can't, like, start doing his side B into my ass. But
Yeah, you have
apparently
to...
that is not the strat.
If you get through the door before him, he crashes against it and breaks because he's going too fast and
Oh,
wasn't expecting to
no.
hit the wall.
That's so mean.
I mean, it's what he's doing to you, so I don't think it's fair play.
Whew, okay, there we go. There we go, okay.
I love Eggman, like, flying by with his little laser and being like, oh, what? Oh, no. Oh,
Hi, Amy.
I'm out here. I love her little Amy giggle. This this is a reasonable reaction to Sonic the Hedgehog, I think.
True. He is the most famous hedgehog in the world.
Yeah. Here is another fucking banger. Oh wow, it's very weird to see the original stage after being so used to Mania. I don't remember
I've
those,
seen
like, 4 platforms.
I've seen the Mania version of this stage like 8 billion times, and like this one once.
Yeah. This is like the best stage in Mania, I would say, honestly. Or at least one of my favorites.
Oh, and there goes my speed. This is like my one exception to I don't like mechanical levels.
Yeah, the music slaps. I love Eggman doing like an unintelligible evil rap. I love the Sonic Mania version where like Act 1 is Sonic's like good guy, badass, I'm breaking into your evil base rap, and then Act 2 is Eggman's fucking like retort.
These things again.
I kind of, if I remember, I think Metallic Madness is really rough in this game, but all the things that make it rough in this one are really cool in Mania. Like, I remember the shrinking segment really dog shit later.
Oh, the shrinking sections in Mania are really cool. Like,
yeah, they're really good in Mania, but
like if I'd had this game as a kid, like I really would have loved that segment. I always thought it was cool when stuff like that happened in games where like you had like different sprites, like something actually happened to your character.
What a well-placed invincibility box. You're getting so much use out of this. It's a good thing they gave this to you.
Very useful. Alright, let me... Oh, well that was great. Oh, wait, actually that is great.
Oh!
Maybe? Oh, I've got to get speed first, though.
I don't know if it counts either. I don't know.
No, there was that place at the beginning of,
Oh, right. Yes, you're right.
Oh,
You might have used it by, like, slowing down and, like, trying to jump, whereas, like, in, Stardust Speedway, you can, like, run into that little pit.
gaming!
Oh, shit, alright, proving me wrong. Gamer.
And then you come through and there's a fucking saw blade right there.
Dr. Robotnik's deadly speed traps!
I just have a feeling that this is going to be a really hard to find thing in this one.
Yeah, I remember, this was good.
Oh, and I'm right back where I just came in.
I want to say that, it's, like, deeper into the stage than this, because this is, like, pretty near the beginning. But honestly, I would not worry yourself too much about getting this one. Like,
That's true. Like, I'm not on a good ending run anyway.
you made a good future in the 2 stages that are
well,
the best ones.
there's the there's the end of the stage anyway.
That's me doing the Animal Crossing shrug noise, because that's how I feel about this. God, the past music also, like, really slaps in this one.
So, thinking about the animations in this and the you know, the presence of metal, this makes me think about Sonic OVA and how much it owns.
I liked Sonic OVA, but I also think I kind of like it like a little less than most folks do.
One time I watched Sonic OVA like 3 times in the same day, because I was watching like 3 different versions of it.
I mean, it's
like
good,
I
but
I watched the like official English dub, I watched the official Japanese version, then I watched like an English fan dub of it.
I think I like have like I like get tired of like all the horny Sarah stuff a little more than most folks do.
That is fair. Oh,
It's
shit, I
certainly-
just
yeah.
completely ate shit in that trap. And then
It's not
almost
even,
did
like,
it
the
again to the one
worst.
that I respawned next to.
The stuff with Sarah is not even like the worst, most egregious horny anime stuff ever. It's just like, I don't know. It makes me feel tired when you're doing that in Sonic the Hedgehog, I guess.
Yeah,
Tails would never touch a breed. And Eggman is a feminist. Get it right. When they're like giving you the like fast sign right next to those two springs, it makes me have a bad feeling.
the past
Oh,
version of this
yeah,
level
that
is
is right.
unbeatable in the original release.
Yes, that's right. You can't like get to the exit of the past stage. Like how I was saying, like how the levels, like the level layouts change somewhat across which time period you're in. In the past version of this, like I think there's just walls blocking you from getting to the exit. There is an exit, but you just cannot like physically get to it.
That's fun.
If they did more stuff like that, that would add a little more purpose to like going to the future.
Yeah.
I think with the game as it is now, it's a lot better that they like changed it so you can beat the stage.
Oh, there
the
was the
past.
thing. How do I get there?
I want to say that that's like behind a one-way door, and you have to like come around from the other side or something. Like, do you see that pit to the left of the spring? I think you're supposed to like come up from there in some way after getting the capsule. Maybe. I remember this one being a really easy one to see, but a really hard one to like get to.
Oh, right. I already went this way. I have a feeling none of these are actually going to get me there. Is this the one that I already came down? No, I haven't been this way, but... Oh well, whatever. I saw it. That's enough. Oh, hey! Right as I gave up.
You came, you saw, you conquered.
Oh, can I not get up there? Whoop.
You might need to use the spring from below.
I don't think the spring, like, I think those platforms are solid. Oh, are they solid from below? Yes.
Yeah, you probably get around from the middle with some like good timing.
Okay, there we go. Just barely. Oh, but this doesn't
Yeah.
actually get me anywhere?
Can you go through the platform in the middle? I think, and that like the spinning
Oh.
thing, and that'll send you behind. Yeah.
There was like a secret, like, pit I could fall down that was not
Yep.
at all obvious.
Yep. That's this.
This does still do a little bit of that Sonic 1, like, weird level design stuff.
Yeah. This is like a lot closer.
This is a lot closer
very,
to
very
Sonic
close.
1 in stage design,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, it's kind of like a weird halfway point between Sonic 1 and, like... and, like, other Sonics in terms of level
Oh, I
design.
just saw what you made that noise over.
How do you get these to open?
Those only open from the other side.
Oh, right. Ooh. Okay, maybe I'll just try... Oh, whoops, that just ate my future speed. I'm actually not sure I can, do anything here.
Oh, yeah.
Look around one more time.
If you just stand on the piston, like, from the top, I think it should spring you up. Maybe? Or am I thinking... it might be a different kind of piston, but it's worth a try.
Whoa, that's not at all obvious from how slow it animates.
Yeah, oh, yeah, in Mania they do animate those like a lot faster, I think. Or maybe they like react to you stepping on them or something, and maybe that's what I was getting conflicted with. They made that a good mechanic.
Yeah, I remember them like making sense in Mania, so I just kind of assumed that those were like
different.
yeah. Like they only exist to crush. Oh, well, there's an easy trip back to the future. Oh, Jesus, I jumped right into that. See, because this is close to Sonic 1, I'm like scared this is a bottomless pit here.
I don't think this has any bottom. I don't want to say that.
I haven't seen any yet, but I don't trust it. But now I don't have rings
this game
to...
has bottomless pits, but I don't think this zone has them. Oh, it's the very worthless walker thing that they put into Lava Reef Zone. And it's actually cooler than Lava Reef Zone because you're using it for something. It crushes enemies and steps in all lava. So
It is cool when you use it to step in lava in Sonic Mania.
yeah. Here though.
Oh, Jesus.
God, I almost want to say they also use that again in Sonic Mania in Metallic Madness, but only in like a really weird specific path that is like really hard to get to. I might be wrong.
I don't recall ever seeing it, but I can't say that I've seen, you know, every route of that version of it or anything.
Metallic Madness, like Lava Reef does have that like big like earthquake section that everybody is like always surprised to see that exists. So.
Hello. There we go. I'm so tiny. There probably aren't any 1-ups in here, but it would be very funny if you like found a 1-up while you were tiny and he just had like a little chipmunk voice.
I know that I'm pretty sure Metallic Madness does a really mean thing where like there's a bunch of 1-ups in Act 3, but they're only accessible if you got the good future, and otherwise if you get the bad features, they're just like in a wall, I think, if I remember right.
That's fun.
Eggman's evil trick.
Wait, I didn't just end up back where I started, did I?
Yeah, Metallic Madness Act 3 is very mean, bad future. Makes sense though. Like, Eggman gets a bad future that's not a good future. That's good words I just said.
Alright, well I didn't find the right way out of here that time, so let's try again. I actually don't even remember... Oh, okay. So maybe I need to go, like, up here?
Oh, you're almost out of time, too.
Oh, Jesus.
That famous 10-minute time
Oh,
limit.
and then
that
I
Sonic-
fell.
Everybody knows Sonic has.
Okay, well that got me out of the small section at least. I would love to find the exit of the stage, or like a checkpoint at least.
Oh, it's time for the Tetris bit.
I don't have time for Tetris. There we go. Whew.
Our
Just
final
made it.
teleportation. The bad future music slaps. Fucking Eggman's like shitty radio DJ remix.
Tetris 2, The New Adventures.
It was so weird that you had to like shoot a slingshot at Tetris to make it go. You can't do anything, so don't even try. Get some help. Don't do what Sonic does. Oh shit! Wait. I just realized. Hang on. This is gonna be great.
Oh god.
This works.
You can't do anything, so don't even try. Get some help. Don't do what Sonic does. Sonic, dead or alive, is
Wow.
mine.
Incredible. Now that's using the power of Little Creature.
Here's the most anticlimactic final boss ever made. Do you love to do pogo on a rectangle? I also love that they added those like side lasers, so that way this boss is still like something with the enhanced aspect ratio.
Mm-hmm. I did lose my last ring though, which is not great. Whoop!
A fun fact is that they wanted to do. Oh, game over. Game over. No. Christian Whitehead wanted to do a new final boss and final level if you got all the time stones, so there was an incentive to actually get all the time stones. And it was supposed to be called Final Fever, because that's what the final boss music is called for this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank God.
God, if this had not started you at Act 3, that would have been very upsetting. It's the vocals in this song are just evil. Are it's the opposite of you can't. It's literally the opposite of you can do anything. You can't do anything, so don't even try. I fucking love this though. This music. I also love that they made that part of the song into like a bitchin' sax solo in Mania.
Alright, let's see if I can make it through the mini boss with my shield this time. Ugh, come on. Oh, okay, they're intangible until they're firing. Come down here where I can hit you. Oh, come on, really? Alright, 3 rings into the boss. I see a comment, but I don't have time to actually look at it.
The comment is from Lemkey6669. The fact that this version starts you at Act 3 is annoying if you didn't get all the time stones. In the Sonic CD version, in the Sega CD version, it would start you at Act 1, so you could just farm special stage attachments.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah, that's how I remember it too. I played the Gems Collection version, which is the original PC release. Honestly, I think I do kind of like that they start you at Act 3 instead better. Like
At least when, you know, yeah, when I'm on the final boss, like, oh no, my ring! Oh, really? Come on. Oh, it's spinning so fast.
His sprite, the Eggman sprite in the middle of this, is very ominous looking. I don't know how you'd play Pogo on that, like, shitty, like, rectangle.
Ooh, cutscene. I actually don't remember this one, like, basically at all.
Yeah.
I love Amy's huge chunky shoes.
Yeah, I love her big shoes. She has, like, Doug Funny shoes. I'm saying that as, like, high praise. I love Sonic running away from her before she can open her eyes because he doesn't want anything to do with a girl.
But
Mr.
Eggman
Bad's
still
got
has
it
the
good.
time stones.
Mr. Bad's got it good, but this ain't his neighborhood.
Oh, that famous maneuver. Does he do that same thing in the OVA?
Maybe? I don't know. So, it's funny that this is the bad ending, because this is the one where he fucking kills Eggman in a big cloud of smoke.
Well, except I think at the end it shows the shows that the little planet has reverted back to the like fucked up version because he still you saw that he still had the time stone in his hand.
Yeah. But Eggman doesn't blow up in the good ending, is the thing. So yeah, the thing we just saw with the antlion was what I was talking. The antlion robot was what I was talking about with how there was like a scene in this ending that doesn't correspond to anything in the actual game levels. This one's Corpse Quadrant, the last one was Closure Chaos, etc. I love that Sonic pose where he looks back all sassy and the robot can blow itself up.
He's just got so much fun, like, character in these little cutscenes in this one.
Sonic made those robots fuck.
Crude. This era of classic Sonic was a bit of a crude lad.
We did see him smoking on the waiting
That's
room
true,
side.
that's true. God, this part is so cool.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the one panel from Archie Comics that is just like a 2-page spread of just like fucking Stardust Speedway loops?
Oh, that's fun.
Dope as shit, actually. It's one of my favorite Sonic battle panels. So I can dig that up. I know I have it saved somewhere.
Oh, we're out of cutscenes, I think. Just credits and music from here.
I probably have it saved somewhere, but like as like gibberish wiki like file name tag thing on. Oh, here we go. I got it.
Oh, here's the... Try again!
Yeah, the big Eggman statue. I think that does show up in the background for some See You Next game, because you unlock Tails.
Yeah, so that was not a very good run of this game, but I really would like to actually learn the proper routes and try and do a good version, whether it's on a stream or maybe just like a pre-recorded video someday. But we have so many Sonic games to get to in this series that who knows when I'll have time for that. Let's see, what's this image that you dug up?
Oh, this is a panel from Archie Sonic's, an Archie Sonic issue on Sonic's, which just looks cool as hell.
That is very cool. I'm gonna put that up on stream here. There we go. That is just a good page.
Yeah. I am 12 years old as hell I said this, but for the Metal Sonic boss fight.
Mm-hmm. So I do kind of just while we're sitting here chatting, I'm gonna leave Sonic to idle so we can see the I'm out of here. Game over.
Yeah, good way to end the stream.
Thanks to Darkspin Eshad for the follow.
Thanks, Darkspine Shad. Sorry that Will Little Creature pronounced your name really funny.
Got it in one, William.
Let's see. What else do we want to say about Sonic CD while we're here? We got some time to kill while we're waiting for Sonic to get bored with us.
I think it's
Oh, we gotta decide where it goes on our ranking. So our ranking currently consists of number 1, Sonic 1, number 2, Sonic Spinball. So Sonic CD is definitely better than Spinball. I think it's better than Sonic 1 as well.
Yeah.
Alright. So that was easy. As we get more things on our list, it'll be harder to actually place things on it, but gotta start somewhere.
Yeah. I think Sonic CD, it has some flaws, but I like a lot about it. I think it's like the aesthetic is really cool. The soundtracks, both of them are cool. I think it has like one of the best like tones and like ideas of like what the world of Sonic should be. It's very imaginative. I wish the time travel stuff worked a little better.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying the way you have to it's kind of cool that you have to get up speed for it to work, but also like the stages aren't necessarily always designed around making that convenient. So you kind of it's something where you have to really it feels almost like it's kind of like drawing on that stuff from the era where it was like, oh, we don't want people to like rent this and just be done with it in a weekend, like you have to really like know your routes through the stages to get to the like the good ending and everything. Alright, so it's at 3 minutes, I think, that he's gonna get bored with us and run away.
Yeah. I love the era of games where, like, getting the bad ending implies that the exact events of the game beforehand just happen a second time and will keep happening until you get the good ending.
Well, there is time travel in this one, so you can kind of hand wave it in Sonic CD at least.
Yeah, but like even in the other ones, like Sonic 3 implies that like everything is just gonna happen again a second time because Eggman like emerges from the level and he's like juggling the Chaos Emerald.
True.
I'm going to trick Knuckles a second time.
So, let's see. I think where I want to go next with this series is, I think the logical place to go from here is Sonic 2. And then once we do Sonic 2, we can start going into the early other games, like the spin-offs and the 8-bit versions and stuff, before we go in. Because I feel like if you're gonna separate the early Sonic into eras, I feel like there's everything up through Sonic 2, and then... Oh, here he goes.
Out of here.
I love the like slowed down, distorted Toot Toot Sonic Warrior.
I do too.
But yeah, I feel like Sonic 3, like that was kind of the beginning of a mini era. Like,
yeah,
if that makes any sense. Like it was kind of,
I getcha.
or at least the end of like the capstone on like this first era of Sonic. So I feel like before we go into Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, going through some of the early spin-offs and other versions is probably where I want to go. But first, Sonic 2, because I feel like Sonic 2, like seeing Sonic 1 and then Sonic CD and then Sonic 2 is going to be a good, like, early, like a good survey of like what early Sonic was like.
Yeah, I feel like the thing with Sonic 3 is that like the tone and like their ideas for what Sonic is got like more cohesive at that point.
Right, yeah.
So like this is like this even Sonic 2 is still throwing like a lot of experimental ideas at the wall for like what Sonic should be.
Yeah. Oh, can you get the like messed up like
the
screen
codes
in this one?
So it's extras, then you go to Oh, you don't have DA Garden unlocked. That's
Oh.
the thing you'd have to do. It's like you have to. Those screens are all in the game. They did add a few new ones for this remake. Like I said, there's like a screenshot of Desert Dazzle, the cut stage.
Do you have to get the good ending to unlock this or something?
I think.
Oh, no creepy Sonic for us.
Hang on, I can probably dig these out for you at least.
Also, it's worth mentioning that this version does let you switch between the two different soundtracks. I should have done that before we went and sat on Palm Tree Panic so we could hear the other Palm Tree Panic song. Which I actually don't remember what that sounds like at all. Let's see. What time is it? Okay. Well, I don't think I want to start on Sonic 2 right now. I think I do want to save that and just start from the beginning. Maybe try and get like Steam Remote Play going so that Evan can control Tails.
Yeah, that's definitely got to be a next time thing for me because, like I had mentioned earlier in the stream, I am running on fumes lately. But next time, I will definitely have my sleep in order, and in order to better be a co-host.
Oh yeah, sorry Zot. Classic Sonic games are pretty short, so. Oh, it's a time attack thing.
Oh, right. Yes, that's correct. I forgot about that.
That makes sense. So yeah, next time we'll do Sonic 2, so we get kind of our survey of the like mainline, like what I think most people would think of as like classic Sonic, like the classic Sonic era. So we'll have that under our belts, and we'll have that as like a context for looking at the other games from that era. Let me actually pull up my my list of. Let me just pull up. We have a whole like little spreadsheet that we've been using to track this stuff.
I know. I also noted on said spreadsheet that we want to play the Simon Y data.
Oh yeah, that's important.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of. That is also important, like historical context.
Yeah. Let's see. Here. Oh, clicked on the wrong thing in my list. There we go. So, looking at Sonic games that came out in the pre-Sonic 2 era. So, or sorry, let's say pre-Sonic 3 era. So we've got the 8-bit versions of Sonic 1 and 2, which are completely different games, basically. They're the same as each other, more or less, but they are different from the Mega Drive Genesis versions. Let's see. We've got Sega Sonic Bros, the unreleased arcade game from 1992, as well as Sonic Eraser, the puzzle game, and also Mean Bean Machine. So I think someday we're gonna do a like Sonic puzzle games stream and just show all three of those together because those kind of fit together thematically. Let's see. Oh, there's Sega Sonic the Hedgehog, the arcade game, which I have never played. I know almost nothing about that.
Yeah. The only thing I know about it, two things I know about it. You get to see. It's one of the only one of the only actual games that shows a Sonic character's bare feet. Because when Ray the Squirrel is startled, his shoes pop off because he's a funny little guy. And the map icons for the map screen and that were used as aiming reticles for the final boss in Sonic Mania.
Oh, that's fun. Let's see. We already showed Sonic Spinball on the previous stream.
That's in our past. I think we talked about examining the Game Gear or Master System version of it, whichever one there is.
Right, that is still on the list, I think. Did I actually? Maybe I didn't write that down. Let me just put that in.
It doesn't look like.
Yeah, let me just insert a row here.
I think we mentioned this, but I've like never even seen. What
I went and looked up like 1 second of footage of it to make sure we both didn't collectively imagine that it existed. It is real. It does exist. So.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've even seen like that 1 second of footage though.
Let's see. I would also in this era lump in Sonic Chaos on the 8-bit systems, and also Sonic Drift. I would say fits. Also, probably
Sonic Drift.
Probably Wacky World's Creativity Studio.
Yay!
And Tales and the Music Maker are both from '94.
Yeah.
So those are from the same year as Sonic 3 and Sonic & Knuckles, but I feel like those are kind of in the spirit of the like more early throwing stuff at the wall Sonic era.
Yeah. I also I did put this on the list. I see a little suggestion that I had made was perhaps playing Radmobile or Radmobile. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it. The arcade game, which is famously the first actual appearance of Sonic the Hedgehog. It released before Sonic the Hedgehog 1, and Sonic just appears as a like air freshener in the windows. I think for like historical context, it would be fun to see what the fuck that game is.
Maybe
but, like,
maybe when I have an arcade emulator set up for Sega Sonic.
Yeah. Where that's like sort of a maybe.
Yeah. So I think not in the order that I just said them, almost surely,
Yeah.
but those games are the ones that we're going to be getting to soon. And then I guess calling it the throwing stuff at the wall era seems to work for me. Yeah. And then I think once you get to like 94 is definitely the like turning point year where some of the stuff is like from the throwing stuff at the wall era, and some of the stuff is like where the canon was more solidifying. So like Triple Trouble was also that year, and I feel like Triple Trouble falls in the same category as Sonic 3 to me, if that makes sense. So then got Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, and so I would say the next era is like Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Triple Trouble, like Chaotix.
Sonic the Fighters,
3D Blast.
Yeah, 3D Blast definitely. Like,
and I think
Adventure.
Yeah, and I think even getting into the like fucked up miasma of the Saturn era kind of fits there. Because it feels like Sonic 3, they had a direction for where they wanted Sonic to go, and then they just like spent like 4 years spinning their wheels. Like, oh god.
Yeah, they had that direction, and then they kind of like they lost it. They finally had this like cohesive idea of like what Sonic and like his world is, and then they just couldn't do anything with that, and then they just rebooted it basically with Sonic Adventure.
Yeah. So yeah, that's probably the next like month or two of streams, depending on how often we're able to get these going and how quickly we make it through the content. But I would like to do these at least weekly. Maybe try and get on some kind of regular schedule. We'll see if that actually happens or not. I think Evan and I are both famously bad at being on any kind of schedule.
Boy howdy. Well, it'll be easier for me in the near future, but right now it happens to be a little hard for me to commit to anything.
Yeah. So but next up is going to be Sonic 2. Hopefully within the next week, maybe, hopefully. And we'll get some extra stuff prepared for that about the Simon Y beta and how like wild that was and like what effect it had on like
I feel like the Simon Y beta has like a lot of like greater like game history.
Right, like I feel like stuff
out.
like the cutting room floor might not exist if it hadn't been for like the community that came up around the Sonic Y beta, like that kind of a thing.
That was like what's so fascinating about that beta, I don't want to get too ahead about it, but it like the fact that it came out like relatively close in proximity to actual Sonic 2. Or like it was found very, very close.
Yeah, like
close
with
enough
like
that,
in the 90s still, like it was.
Yeah.
So it was
like,
within 10 years.
Yeah, within 10 years, and like had so much different and like so many fascinating insights you could glean from it. So that's something I'm very excited to talk about. If you're not sick of hearing me talk about Sonic already somehow.
I think if people are sick of hearing us talk about Sonic, they're not here. So
I guess that's fair. Well, I had a good time. I'm glad I managed to like get a second wind. I was like very afraid I was going to pass out in the middle of the stream when we first started, but
you did
stuck
fine.
it out. I'm powerful. It's the power of Sonic Heroes.
Thank you for joining me on this Hedgehog's quest.
It's absolutely my pleasure. Thank you for going on this quest.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's gonna do it for us. So we'll see you next time with Sonic 2. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.